What is up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So as you guys read by the title of this video, I will be sharing with you guys, actually I'll be answering the most popular question I've gotten since I boosted the car. How much did it cost you to put this little cool radiator on it and this little cool snell in the back? If you guys can see that little thing. That's actually one of my most popular questions, guys. And today I'm gonna tell you guys that, but first, I haven't really ate, so let's go to Wendy's. That's like the closest thing to me. Let's go to Wendy's, get some food. Then we'll come back and talk about this broken pizza. Got me my Wendy's. Yo, if you guys haven't tried the strawberry lemonade from Wendy's, bro, that's so fire. Alright guys, now that we have ate, I'm ready to talk to you guys. So, how much did it cost to boost my 350Z, and is it worth it? Alright, so for starters, let's just say that because I paid this doesn't mean that you're gonna pay this. Maybe you'll get it cheaper, maybe more expensive. I actually got a pretty good deal on it, I'm not gonna lie, because this is the kit that might be selling. So I was like more or less like the test dummy, so it might have been not as expensive as it's going to be, if that makes sense. But yeah. Alright, so the base price for this kit, where we started at with everything, fuel system, everything installed, the first price we came up with, or they told me, was I believe $6,700. $6,700 was the first price that they had told me. This was going to include the exact same setup I'm running, but the turbo was going to be a little different. The turbo was going to be, what kind of turbo? I don't know. I'm not too sure what turbo it was, but it was a Dreno. It was going to be a Dreno bearing. And this one that I have right now is the ball bearing. So we're waiting for the turbo for like 2 weeks, and the turbo just wasn't coming in. So I was like, you know what? I'm impatient. I'm very impatient, guys. That's one thing about me that I hate, is that I'm very impatient. So he was like, honestly, what we could do if you want to spend the extra money, we could get a ball bearing turbo. They have it in stock. And I was like, you know what? Okay, how much extra is it? And it was an extra $700. I was like, you know what? I'm down. Whatever. Get it. So you got it, which is the one I have right now, a Precision 6266 ball bearing turbo. So we started at 67. With this turbo went up to 74. So $7,400. $7,400. So actually, before we continue, let's go ahead and show you guys a little more of what's done to my car and kind of explain more briefly. Alright, so there's no turbo down up here, so if you guys don't know, my turbo's in the back. But as you can see right here, there's an intercooler, there's the fuel system, the fuel return system. Yeah, that's pretty much it that you can see here. The rest is, so pretty much it's the intercooler, the fuel system, the piping, obviously the turbo, the tune, and that's pretty much it. So I'm not too sure exactly what like everything costed like individually, because I was just giving a final price and I just paid it. But for starters, I think the fuel system was like about $1,000. The piping was actually really expensive. The person that we chose to go with was actually very pricey, and to be honest, the work wasn't good, so we regret that, but it's okay, we live and we learn. So the piping was very expensive. That's what made this kit very expensive. So we're at $7,400 installed, ready to turn on. But after the $7,400, you still need to pay for the tune. So that's when the numbers started going up. So I ended up tuning twice. I actually didn't pay for my tunes. I just paid for the dyno. So the dyno was $300, and it was 2 different sessions, so it was $600. So add that up, it's $8,000. $8,000, and the car was pretty much ready to go. But I ended up buying some other stuff on the side, which were these gauges. I mean, there's only one on the car right now. It's the boost gauge, and the AFR is not on here yet. I mean, the gauge probably like 60 bucks, but the gauges were, I believe, like almost 400 bucks. I think they were like 190 a pop, if I'm not mistaken. So that raised the price up to like 8,400. All the gas that I paid for, it was like 3 tanks. If you want to, like, I'm counting everything from the point where I picked up the car. So I paid for like 3 gas tanks. That was like 150. I did an oil change, 50 bucks. That ends up being like what, like 86. Let's say like 8,600. Besides that, what else did I pay for? I paid for the installation of the gauges. And the little stuff, it ended up being like a total of like 80. I remember it was like a total of like 8,600 without the gauges. So let's just say like 9,000 ish was the final price, I want to say, or probably a little cheaper for this rear mount turbo kit. You might think, oh my god, that's a very expensive mount turbo kit. It kind of is. That's what I had thought at first, but then I came to the realization that this was the price that everything was included: the install, the fuel system, the tunes, everything. The car was ready to go for around like 9,000 or a little less. So it actually wasn't that bad, because if I would have got I was gonna go originally with the mid mount turbo kit or a top mount. If I would have done either of those two setups with everything that I have done to it, the fuel system, the tunes, everything, would have been well over $10,000. So I mean, now that I think about it, it wasn't that expensive, but it was. But for what I got, honestly, it wasn't. The car makes good power and it runs really solid. Let's just say give or take $9,000 for the final price. If you want to count what I bought yesterday or the day before yesterday, which was another, what you call it, oil pump, oil scavenge pump.
Flashback.
Alright guys, day 2 of trying to find a pump for this car. We went yesterday. I don't know if I told you guys, but they were closed because 4th of July, I'm guessing. He doesn't know we're taking his car, but we're taking his car. Let me get him some water. Guys, after like 2 days of coming back and forth to LA, like 45 minutes from my house, I got the pump. Look at those eyebrows. Look at that haircut. Cut your hair.
End of flashback.
Then just add like 150 to that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. $9,000 for the car to run for a week. So yeah, I've only driven this car like a max like 5 times, if anything, probably even less. But it's okay, it's boost problems. If you guys do plan on boosting your cars, just be prepared to waste a lot of money and not enjoy it as much as you did when it was NA. I used to drive this car every day, bro, to the gym, to like other places, and now I've only driven it like 5 times in the last, what, like 2 months. Yeah, the car's been down for almost a month now, and before that it was down for another month. And before that, it was down for like a week because of my differential. And so if I'm being real with you, I haven't enjoyed this car at all for like the past, like, I want to say like 3 months. Because if you guys remember, like I said, I broke my diff and I didn't know what was wrong with it, and it was down for a while. So yeah, if you guys plan on boosting any car that comes naturally aspirated, you don't run into issues. If you guys want to save the headache, just buy a car that's already boosted. It'll be a lot easier, a lot less problems. I was actually thinking about getting a Supra. Oh, nah. I don't know, $50,000. It's a lot of money. I'd rather build this or get another car, a little cheaper car, and build that. I was actually yesterday thinking about copying a little Honda hatch, or I actually thought about a Honda sedan, bro. Let me know what you guys think about this. Look, check this out. What do you guys think about like a Honda, like a Civic sedan, like an older one? I'll insert a picture of one right here. Imagine that all-wheel drive, like a K-Series swap. I was thinking maybe like a K24 bottom and a K20 head, obviously boosted. Like I said, all-wheel drive, bro, that thing would be a monster, bro. Imagine like 900 wheel, 1,000 wheel. You won't lose to anything, pretty much. You'd be running the streets. That's another thing I was thinking about, maybe adding another project car to the channel. But at the same time, this car's down. Imagine a Civic, bro, is gonna probably give me more problems, if I'm being honest. But it'll be cheaper, so I mean, I guess it cancels out. Maybe I'll get that. Maybe I'll get another daily driver, like a funner daily driver, because the G37 is honestly, it's cool, but it's automatic, so it makes it kind of boring. It's not as fun. Like, I don't I need a car that could kind of replace this car, like not replace it, but how can I say this? Like not make me want to drive this car every single day. Like if I were to get a car that I could daily drive, like a 370 for example, and I got like a lot of fun in it, and not make me want to drive this car every single day because obviously it's not as reliable, then that's what I want. But then again, I want something fast. Like once you get a taste of this good power, bro, you don't want to go back. So I don't know, maybe I'll get another car in the near future. But other than that, yeah guys, that's how much I paid for the kit installed, tuned, ready to go. Pretty much the car was ready to go. I still need to do some tweaks after we get it running. I need to fix this pipe right here. Like I said, we paid a lot and the fabric just wasn't what we wanted, so I need to get that fixed because I don't think my bumper fits. But yeah, if you guys want to boost your VQs, be ready. It's gonna be a money pit.